Hello, everybody. Welcome into the NJCAA Network studio in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're back for another week of JUCO Cover 3. We're into week 6 of our episodes this season. Zach McKinstry and Alan Edward. Alan, good to see you. Lots of JUCO football to talk about.
Oh, yeah, we have a lot to talk about for sure. A lot of shocking things that happened this weekend.
Yeah, let's dive into the best game of last week's slate. Came as a bit of a surprise, but it absolutely delivered. Number 3 Tyler went to Roswell to play New Mexico Military, and the Broncos had them beat, leading by 17 at the half and by 5 heading into the final play of the game. The score was 17-12 after the Nittany defense got it done all game, and Trey Guerra and Gintz Hilburn ripped their hearts out with a Hail Mary caught over 3 defenders. This game was bonkers. You can check out the extended recap from the JUCO scoreboard on YouTube we did earlier this week. But Tyler survives the ultimate scare. Alan, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and the Apaches needed a little bit of both on Saturday. If you're a coach, what's the message after a scrappy come-from-behind win like that to stay undefeated?
Man, for Tyler, obviously they went in there, in a dogfight with New Mexico Military. I don't know if you remember a couple weeks ago, New Mexico actually played Hutch. I told you the first 2 quarters, New Mexico Military was actually giving Hutch, a game. The score at the end of that game didn't seem like it, but, when I was watching it, their defense was actually playing good until, they gave up. But as far as the game that just happened between Tyler, obviously the defense was there. They had 3 turnovers, 3 INTs, right? Trey threw 3 INTs. And, they just had to hold on for one more play. And shout out to Tyler, going down there, driving the ball, and Trey just throwing it up, giving his receiver a chance to catch the ball to win the game.
Yeah, the final drive was absolutely unbelievable. And on top of that, I believe the scoreboard went out. So no one on the broadcast when you were watching the game knew how much time was left on the final drive or how many timeouts Tyler had. So the tension was crazy. They thought every single play was the end of the game. So a massive catch to move the Apaches to 5-0. Next up is a top 10 match as Iowa Western hit the road to take on Coffeyville. We previewed that one last week. Coffeyville looking for another ranked upset, and the Red Ravens did not get it this time despite a valiant effort. The Reavers dominated the second quarter thanks to some huge special teams moments. Punt block touchdown and then a fumble recovery on the ensuing kickoff, and you can't make those mistakes against a team as good as Iowa Western. Malachi Marshall and Daniel Swinney each had 2 touchdowns. Coffeyville eventually cut the lead to 4 in the third quarter, but the Reavers pulled away as the defense finished with 9 total sacks, Allen. So what were your takeaways from this game as a whole?
You said it before. When you go in and a team like Iowa Western, can't not go in there making mistakes because they're gonna make you pay for them. Like with the pump block for 6, like those things cannot happen if you need to beat a team. And again, this isn't over for Coffeyville. You know what I'm saying? I think right now it's just harder for them, and they just have to win out.
It's been tough for Coffeyville. They've had a really difficult schedule, but we've seen a lot of good from them, just not enough to beat a tough Reavers team who's currently number 2 in the country. And then lastly, in Division III, a game we talked about on last week's show resulted in another 1-point thriller. Number 5 Rochester CTC upset number 3 Minnesota West 27-26 after a 19-point comeback. RCTC had 3 picks in the second half. Kyron Burrows ran for 170 yards, and QB Devin Gonzalez ended with 224 total yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. So my question to you, Alan, is have you been a part of a comeback that big, and what does that do to help rally a team?
Oh, my God. I mean, just coming, to even come back shows you the fight. Yeah. And again, that's just a confidence boost for the next week that's coming up this week, They're going to go in and they're just going to have to keep that same momentum, It's momentum boost for the team. So that's actually good.
Yeah, Rochester's won their last 5 games. They got Minnesota State and then a huge matchup to wrap up their regular season against North Dakota SCS. And that one's kind of for one of the top spots in Division III. So we'll keep an eye on that as the season develops. But we've got one of the biggest Saturdays of the season coming up, previewing 3 huge matchups on Saturday. We're back in a moment.
For the last 87 years, the NJCAA has provided academic and athletic opportunities to thousands of student athletes. However, several rules make it more challenging for two-year college transfers. Recently, 16 national coaches associations, led by the National Fast Pitch Coaches Association, sent a request for change to NCAA leadership to make the rules the same for all transfers. We commend their leadership and stand together in support of same game, same rules.
Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go, make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
Introducing CU1 High Yield Checking, the account that rewards you for everyday banking. Earn up to 5.25% APY when you make qualifying transactions each month. No minimum or opening balance required. Get started at cu1.com/high yield checking.
We're back on JUCO Cover 3 with a thrilling Saturday slate this weekend. We start in Utah once again. Number 2 Iowa Western travel to number 13 Snow in a must-win game for the Badgers. It's homecoming. It's the last chance to keep the playoff hopes alive, and backs are up against the wall. What do you think Snow needs to do to upset Iowa Western?
First thing, of course, limit the mistakes. There's no room for that. Like you said, they got to go in here winning the game to even sniff the playoff bracket. So they cannot go in there making any mistakes. And of course, just try to score every drive. That's the goal, right? On offense and then for defense, just try to stop them and get the ball back. And just try to control the clock, honestly. I think if you warn the clock out, even limit the chance for Iowa Western to score, I think you'll be fine. Obviously, produce on offense, but for sure limit the playing time and the ball having Iowa Western from scoring. So I think that's what they need to do.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one in Ephraim. Next up in Texas, it's another game with huge playoff implications. Number 5 Navarro on the road at number 11 Trinity Valley in a Southwest Conference battle. Navarro remains undefeated in conference. Trinity Valley has had a conference loss against Tyler. Both teams trying to prove they're among the top teams in junior college football. What positional area between these two teams do you think dictates this game?
Oh, man, I think for both teams, obviously they need to win. But I think Navarro just on paper just have the overall team. I think they have the offense and the defense to win this game, but it's just them putting it all together. You can never count Navarro out. And, of course, Trinity Valley, they're pretty good on defense. But I think their offense is not effective as Navarro's offense is. So I think Navarro will win this game by 7.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the defensive battle. I believe Trinity Valley's got the top tackler in all of junior college football right now, and Amos at linebacker. So we'll see what happens in that one out in Texas. And then last and not least, our ESPN Plus Game of the Week, number 10 Iowa Central at Division III number 1 DuPage. It's a battle that's always competitive, but it's expected to be competitive, especially so this year as the Tritons are coming off a 49-point win and shutout last week, while the Chaps continue to rule the Division III landscape and out to a 5-1 start this year. So bright lights, big stage. What's your prediction for this weekend?
Oh, man. The best team wins in this one. It's hard for me to pick. I don't know who would win out of this game. It's up for grabs for sure, but I know both teams is capable of winning this game, but it's the matter of putting it all together to come out with a W.
Yeah, DuPage, Division III national champion for several years running now. Iowa Central trying to get back to their glory days. I didn't realize John Jones went to Iowa Central, legendary UFC fighter. They've got some alumni there, but the Tritons looking for a big win against DuPage on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's going to be a good one.
So be sure to tune into that on ESPN Plus. We've got our player to watch coming up in our next segment to wrap us up on week 6 of this year's JUCO Cover 3. Stay with us. We're back in a moment.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
Good morning.
Why so serious? Great shot.
Car's 250. You got it.
Greenside bunker, land short. Trust your line. There's plenty of green.
Brakes towards the water.
Lots of coaching today, huh? We're one up.
When you strive to be the best, you need the right insights. Zurich has insurance solutions and risk strategies to help prepare your business for tomorrow.
Welcome back, Junior College Cover 3. Plenty of NJCAA football coming up this weekend and plenty of exciting players that are continuing to shine across the JUCO landscape. This week, Alan, you got somebody for us from the Jayhawk Conference in Independence.
Oh, yeah, man. Slot receiver, EJ Shakir. This is a kid, man, that's just a playmaker all around. He's for sure dangerous in a special team game at punt return. You know, once he get the ball in his hand, he know how to make things happen. He know how to make guys miss, and he just have a nose for the end zone wherever he's at. I mean, that slot, you give him the ball quick, he's going to give you everything he got, breaking tackles and just running through people. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is a kid we're going to keep hearing about, you know, throughout the season. And Independence is using him the right way. But like I said, he's very dangerous in the special team.
Yeah, I feel like the junior college wide receiver class this year is just absolutely stacked. We're seeing folks from every single conference, every area of the country, some guys that are going to be Power 5 guys next year. So a lot of excitement around that. And the air game across junior college continues to impress.
Yeah, it's getting crazy. I mean, when I played back in JUCO, we had some stuff, but I mean, they're loaded for sure. It's like every year JUCO is just getting loaded with talent for sure.
Well, loaded with talent, loaded with games coming up this weekend too. So that wraps up this week's Junior College Cover 3. Be sure to watch as much JUCO football as you can this weekend. But if you got to pick one, that ESPN Plus game of the week is going to be a good one on ESPN on Saturday. All right, we will catch you next Thursday. Thanks, everybody. Signing off from the NJCAA studio in Charlotte.